All right, this is lesson 4.6, part 2. It's on page 269. Go ahead and put your name at the top. And we have a pelican here, a red pelican. The directions say regroup if you need to, write the sum. So that tells me we're not going to need to regroup on all of this. And you'll notice here that on 4, 5, and 6, you have the regrouping. They still give you the regrouping chart, 1s and 10s, and they still give you a box in case you need to regroup. But then they don't on the rest, so you just kind of have to know. We'll do a couple of these together, and then I'll give you time to finish the rest on your own. So let's look at number 4. First off, we have 8 plus 7, and remember I always start in the 1s column. What is 8 plus 7? 15. Very good. Now notice that my 15 has to do the splits. Basically, that 10, that 1, 10, and 15 has to go in the box. Then I've got to remember to add that in. What is 1 plus 4? 1 10 plus 4 10s? 5. 5 10s. So my sum is 55. Go ahead and circle your sum. That's kind of a good habit to get into, okay? When you're doing math later on, the teacher will always ask you to circle your answer. All right, let's look at number 5. Start with our 1s. What is 5 plus 2? 7. Do I need to do any regrouping? Nope. I only have 7 1s in there. And I only have to regroup if I have 10 or more 1s there. So I don't even need this box. And what's 3 10s plus 4 10s? 7 10s. So my sum is 77. Okay. I'm going to let you finish the rest of this on your own, 4 through 12. So go ahead and hit pause on the video and complete those, and then we'll look at number 13. Okay. So number 13 is a math on the spot, so you can watch that, but it's also a 2-step problem. So first off, it says solve, write, or draw to explain. Let's read this Think Smarter question together. Jen has 31 books about cats and 19 books about dogs. He gives 5 books to his sister. How many books does Jen have now? We have a 2-step problem here. So that means we're going to have to do 2 things. What is the first thing we need to do to solve this?
We have to add 31 and 19.
Yes, let's add 31 and 19 first, okay? 31 plus 19. All right, you can write that out. We'll start with our 1s. What is 9 plus 1? That is 10. So make sure that you carry that 1 over and put your 0 here. And then what is 1 10 plus 3 10s plus 1 10? You should have 5. 5 10s. So far we have 50. Is that what we're going to write here? No, we are not done. Okay? The next part says he gives 5 books to his sister. So he gives 5 of these books to his sister. How many books does Jen have now? So you're going to need to subtract 5 from this number and put the answer here. All right. So I'll let you do that on your own, but let's answer this in a complete sentence. So our question is, how many books does Jen have now? So we're going to write Jen has blank books now. Capital J at the beginning and a period at the end. Jen has blank books now. So go ahead and hit pause if you need to finish that up. Let's turn this over and look at the back. This is an interesting way to solve the problem on number 14. It's called Abby's Way. And this is also going to be another strategy that we write in our math journal. This is called Abby's Way in your math book, but the actual name of this strategy is called partial sums. So go ahead and write that down. This strategy is called partial sums. Abby didn't use regrouping to solve this. She used a different strategy. So let's look at what she did. We have 35 plus 48. And she ended up with a 13 here. What do you think? How did she get that 13? Where did that come from?
The 5 and the 8.
Yes, she added the 5 and the 8 and got 13. Okay. Now below that 13, she has a 70. Where do you suppose that 70 came from?
The 3 and the 4.
Yes. So she did 3 tens plus 4 tens, but she wrote their values. So the value of 3 tens is 30. The value of 4 tens is 40. So 30 plus 40 is 70. Okay. What's the next step she did? She added them down. So we have 3 plus 0 is 3, and 1 plus 7 is 8. And she got a sum of 83. So now we're going to find a sum for this problem using Abby's Way, or partial sums, which is what it's really called. So the first thing we're going to do, the first thing Abby did is add the ones. So we're going to add the ones. What is 7 plus 9? 16. Now we're not going to carry that 1 over. We're just going to put the ones right here. So 7 plus 9 is 16. Okay. Now we're going to add the tens, but we're looking at the values. So we have 5 tens, which is 50, plus 2 tens, which is 20. What's 50 plus 20? 70. That's going to go right underneath the 16. Okay. Then we're all done. We don't even need to look at these numbers anymore. Now we're ready to add down. 6 plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 7 is 8. Okay. And our sum here is 86. Now the question says, explain why Abby's Way works. Well, basically, if we look at our other strategies we've done, we're kind of doing expanded form in a way, all right, kind of like a vertical expanded form in a way. But when we pull things apart into tens and ones, that doesn't change our answer. That doesn't change the value. So she just did it a different way. She recorded different steps, but found the same sum. Okay. So let's put Abby down here used the strategy of partial sums. All right. Abby used the strategy of partial sums. She added the values of the tens and ones. Okay, so go ahead and finish that up. Hit pause if you need to. All right. And then number 16, it's just a number story. So you need to write a number sentence, okay? And you need to solve it. And you need to show me how you solved it using one of the strategies we've talked about, all right? And then explain how the number sentence shows the problem. And that could just be something like we're joining groups together, okay? And we do have a question here. So please answer the question in a complete sentence. So how many animals did she see? On the second line here, we can say she saw blank animals. A period. Remember, up here you just need to explain how the number sentence shows the problem, and that could be like we are adding to join groups, okay, and that would work just fine. Your number sentence goes here on this line. You're writing it horizontally, and then you're going to show your work over here. Thank you for working hard. I will see you soon.